Hey, welcome back, guys. MTG Moxman here. Hope everyone's having an awesome one, adjusting the camera. I've done a little 360 kind of switch over. You know, Iron Man is somewhere over there. But now I've moved my chair over here. You see how it's a totally different thing? Now we got some Robotech and stuff in the back room. And there's some magic cards and stuff if you guys can look carefully enough. Alright, guys, how's it going? Welcome to all the new subscribers, guys. There are quite a few people who've joined on in the last week and a half. For those who are new to the channel, please remember you can hit subscribe and join me on this wonderful journey of nachos and cheese and Magic the Gathering cards. It'll be awesome. Doesn't cost you a thing. You just hit the subscribe button and then you are supporting me in my growth of this channel and our ability to talk about cool Magic stuff, crack cards, and have some fun. Alright, guys, so let's keep talking about what's been going on with our new spoiler list. I mean, I don't know if people have been paying attention. I will be honest. When we just had Ikoria come out, okay? Like it just came out. And I forgot that other sets were still coming. I'll be honest, like I really forgot other sets were coming. So I had not done any pre-orders. I didn't put any money in the bank to do all this. I just kind of went, and then I've now been rushing. Now, I did have a couple people on the channel say, yeah, man, get some boxes. Let's crack some packs. So, just so you guys know, I've gone ahead. I have ordered a case, and of course, we'll do 2 box openings of those cards from Core 21, which is kind of cool. And I was watching a few of your channels this weekend. For those of you who have your own channels, Pause Brown, MTG Revealed. I was checking some of the stuff out. Some great openings, guys. Some fun cards, man. Good stuff. And then New Guy Peddler. I know you look at the channel. It's Peddler, though. One of our new subscribers as well. And, dude, there's nothing wrong with the grab bags. I'll be honest. Not in that way. Just never go in expecting anything. I did grab bags. I even included Arabian Nights packs when I did mine. But the funny thing is that sometimes, as a seller, when you're selling them, and somebody doesn't get something they thought they deserved, they're not cool like you, man. They take it the wrong way. They give you negative feedback. It's like, well, like I only had 50 grab bags per pull, and mine were $30 a pop. Okay, it's a few years ago now. But I included at least 1 Arabian Nights, 1 Antiquities, 1 Legends back then, as well as Revised and a few other things. And I stopped doing it because I started getting a couple of negative feedbacks, which I thought were really undeserved. Almost made me quit eBay entirely as a seller. Now I mainly just sell sealed product to people, but I was really annoyed. So, I just want to show you something here. So, I have like leftover stuff when I used to do my grab bags, right? Like, I still have like Onslaught, Fallen Empires, which they were in there. Like, I didn't do it for any of these ones. Hold on. I had the Ugin promo packs going in there. 2015, the little tiny 6-pack card ones, but also Journey into Nyx. I had everything, right? I just thought it was funny that I found a few of the leftovers just to show you. I used to put in, I would crack these open and take out the World Wave packs and add those as well. So it was just kind of fun. I thought it'd be amusing to show you guys that. Now, let's get back to the spoilers. Okay, so we talked a little bit about it. Now, I still say the top cards that I've seen so far are Teferi, okay, Master of Time, and I'm really starting to like Asura Lost but Seeking, because playing 2 additional lands each turn is just game ending if you have something that can pump out cards into your hand quickly. And there are quite a few cards in the last couple sets that can do that. So it's kind of cool. So in case you guys didn't know, Asura Lost but Seeking is 1 green, 2 other. She's a 1/2, but you may play 2 additional lands on each of your turns. So that means you're cracking out a lot of cards, man. And if you use something that lets you draw a lot of cards, whoo, you can have some fun. And for those of you who haven't watched this yet, Teferi Master of Time is 2 blue, 2 other. His static ability, though, is you can use his power on each of your turns. So allowing him to use your power at each turn is going to really jack him up fast. His +1 power is draw a card and then discard a card, which doesn't seem great. I get it. But depending on what you're doing, you might want to discard cards. Right? Like there are cards you can, especially in older sets, that can connect with that to make it a really powerful card in different formats. Now, target creature you don't control phases out. That's okay. Consider it for a little bit. But the -10 to take 2 extra turns after this one, it is not hard to get him to 10. You can set up a static field to protect yourself, or you can use cards to get around this, right? There are other things that can put him in play faster, right? Especially with wall building of stuff around you, other creatures, other ways of protecting him. So I'm like, you put this in a blue-white deck with like planar cleansings and stuff, you just keep the field clean as you're slowly jacking him up, and it's like, it'll be game over, right? Very, very cool. And so him and Azura are two of my big, like, now she's a rare, he's a mythic, but still, and I love, let's face it, the artwork for him is amazing. The artwork, you're like, oh, it looks sweet. So he's definitely on my hit list. Oh, by the way, in case you guys didn't know, some cards were banned. Agent of Treachery is out. I'm very happy he is gone. Because as soon as they got rid of, like, Oko and stuff, Agent of Treachery became your go-to guy to, like, knock stuff out. And I am glad that he's gone. I wish Oko was still around. But I'm glad Agent of Treachery gone, because it's just very annoying if somebody gets out with Noda on, like, turn 3 or 4. You can't do anything. Take a land or two and you're done. I had the one guy who got it out, I think, on turn 4. I didn't think it was over yet, but then he used Charming Prince to, like, you know, he came in and then he goes out and then he comes back again, took another thing. So I lost like 2 land. I'm like, okay, I went from 4 land to 2. It's game over, right? And it happened a couple of times. So I'm like, I'm glad he's gone. I'm glad he's gone. And it wasn't that hard for me to rework my decks. So because I did have to use them in decks. So I'm like, my poor Kinnan deck had to be reworked because of it. Now the other cards, they're okay. Okay, I am not hating them. I'm loving the artwork. I'll be honest. The artwork is looking awesome. The islands and stuff, some of it's good, man. Tormund's Crypt, I remember from back in the day. And I still like the original artwork better than anything new they've printed, so I still use my original ones. But still a very useful card for this, because you don't want people going back into the graveyards. The fact that Ugin is entering again will be a game changer if you can get him out. Remember that. He is one of the original cards that's like a game ender. He's like the original Nicobolas. You get him out, and you can get him up for a turn or two, and it's just power over. He comes into 7. In 2 turns, he's -10, which is you gain 7 life, draw 7 cards, and put 7 permanents from your hand on the battlefield. Just put him with Teferi. Picture this stuff, guys. Picture those combinations connecting together. And as you guys know, I do a lot of play testing in Arena to see what kind of works and what doesn't, and what your probabilities are. So I will crack those out for you as soon as I get to play with some of this stuff. And let you know which combinations of which decks will work quite well together for those of you who want some help with deck building. And if you have any ideas and concepts, toss them my way. I am more than happy to vet them and take a look and see how they play out. But it's pretty amazing. And again, I know a lot of you are new to the channel. Please, guys, go back, watch some of my old videos, check stuff out, spread the word to your friends. It's awesome. I really appreciate the growth in the channel. I mean, we've got like 20 people in the last week, which is a lot for me. So thumbs up for all you guys who took the time to tune into me. It's pretty awesome. Now the other guy here, this is funny. I consider this basically like a Gideon redone. This Basari Ket. 2 white, 1 other legendary Planewalker. It says, put a +1/+1 counter on 1 target creature. It gains indestructible end of turn. This is like Gideon redone. That's all I'm saying. I can't reread the other ones that well. Whenever a non-token creature attacks this turn, he gets to put a 1/1 soldier token into play. It's not bad. His last one is you get an emblem with the beginning of your combat each turn, put a +1/+1 soldier creature, and then put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Now that's -6. That's 3-4 turns away. Most people will find an answer by then. But if you can keep him alive, he will be a good card as well. So, I mean, he's not getting like he's indestructible, but it's still pretty awesome, right? So it's something to keep in mind. Now, I still like the look of Rin and Ciri, the dog and cat. And some of the other cards that people just have to be aware of, they are bringing Rewind back, okay, in 21. It's uncommon, but it says counter target spell, untap 4 lands. Now remember that people will use this in combination to do multiple effects. So when you're playing against someone, and as soon as you see they have 4 land and they're using a blue deck, be prepared for them to have Rewind. Think that through as you're playing your game to make sure you get the effects you want. Don't let somebody dictate. When you're facing a blue control, guys, as soon as you know a Rewind type card is in there, you have to know that they're not just playing Rewind. They might be, but they're not just playing that. They are going to have cards that flip onto it. Maybe they're going to Rewind and Opt. Maybe they're going to rewind and then cancel. You think you can, oh yeah, they're going to, oh, they just cancel one spell, I can go again. No, cancel, untap their land, you play another spell, they cancel again. So it looks like they have no land, but they got a lot of land. So please keep this card in mind. It is a pain in the, you know you said it, you heard me say it. But, alright, so, and then, I haven't even gotten to the Jump Start yet, which is another set coming. It's like a standalone, but the cards are going to be legal in like EDH and stuff. So we'll get into that when I start seeing it. I'm going to focus on Core 2021. New cards will come out tomorrow, and I'll start vamping stuff up and have a nice one for you. And remember, Grim Tutor's in this too. So you're going to see a lot of value in Core 2021. They are hitting this one out of the ballpark. They're making sure this core set does not fail. This core set is here to stay, boys and girls. It is like framed to make them money, to make us money. Assuming people sell right away. I am not selling. I usually keep my cards. But, you know, I have sold the odd time. Not often. I tend to just keep things in big holders and look at them and think they're pretty. And then sometimes I get some PSA stuff. Alright guys, I want to thank you guys all so much for tuning in tonight and talking a little bit about Core 2021, some of the effects we're going to be going through. It is going to be pretty crazy. I'm looking at it going, wow, man, it's awesome. Don't get me wrong, it is awesome. But there's just so many cards that are going to interact with other cards that you're just like, you really got to think your decks through with some of the stuff they've put out there. A lot of people are going to play with 4 Ugins, and it's going to happen. That's all I'm saying. It's definitely going to happen. So, thank you again to all the new subscribers. Totally awesome. Now, for those of you who are watching this far into the video, let me tell you something. I'm a big Army of Darkness fan, so I always add like a little you know thing at the end. So today's thing that you put in the comment section, you found me beautiful once. Yeah, but you got real ugly. And then she goes, ah! So if you haven't seen Army of Darkness, totally watch that. It's really good. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Have a wonderful evening tonight. Stay safe. Stay awesome as you guys all are. Let's have some fun this week. Let's crack some packs. Let's have some fun with our friends. Ikoria is wicked. It's going to be awesome. All right, guys. Thanks a lot.